notes I have for a project due next month, and it looks like I have a few of those. So let's go ahead and throw that into projects. World history notes. Again, we could argue with where those would go. So just for speed, we'll put them in areas as well. Let me collapse areas. Okay, so now we're left with a private journal and daily notes. And I don't know where I would put these. I would probably create a new folder called calendar and throw anything time-based in there. Maybe the people who are watching this who use Para, please let me know, how do you handle time-based notes, daily notes? Like, where do you put those in the Para method, or do you end up adding another folder? Very curious, just let me know in the comments below. Okay, so that's what the Para method looks like. The next one that we're going to go into is the ACE framework, and we'll see how it does solve for calendar, and we'll see how it does with the other 22 notes. So without further ado, let's jump into ACE. So ACE stands for Atlas, Calendar, and Efforts, where we can organize through our three headspaces that we're most often in. One that's about thinking, ideas, and knowledge, another one that's kind of about time-based things, and another that's about action-based things. So let's see how this framework does. So a cool concept I heard while watching something. Well, that sort of idea, knowledge stuff goes into Atlas. A list of virtues, Atlas. Private journal entry, calendar. Now we have a spot for that. Project due next month, efforts. A quote from the Dalai Lama, Atlas. Simmering efforts. Calculus. So these sort of notes I would still throw into Atlas, but you could make the argument that they're part of an effort with an outcome, like pass the semester's final test. But for now, let's just throw them into Atlas. Daily notes. The great news about the daily notes we'll touch on at the very end. Grocery list. Yeah, let's do Atlas. Highlights from book I was reading, Atlas. Important concepts, Atlas. Notes I have for the project that's due soon, that's definitely efforts. So now we see efforts is filling up. World history, we're also going to throw those into Atlas. So we can see that Atlas is a bit longer. We can close that. Calendar, okay, efforts you can see is the same length as projects was. Calendar though, now we have a space for daily notes. And what I like about ACE personally is that I don't need many folders. I don't need to be thinking about folders, but I know where everything goes, and then I can go ahead and collapse the sidebar. So that's the beauty of ACE. But again, I'm not recommending ACE for you, but I want you to think about those three headspaces